How's it going, Pokemon fans? Shane here from JollyMonz. You can kind of see CJ sitting over here in the back. He's just chilling. Anyway, today's my day to do a deck. We're going to do some Crimson Invasion goodies. Well, to be fair, there's only one Crimson Invasion card in here, being Nihilego. But we're going to try it. So what we're doing today is Darkrai-GX, Zoroark-GX. The goal here is to take a knockout with Dead End or Trickster, one of the two. Nihilego helps setting up the Dead End. And then we're going to take a knockout, hopefully by Guzmaing up something like Lele, Espeon, something with 170 HP. Then we're going to Dark Cleave with Darkrai, attach a Choice Band, and have Reverse Valley in play. And then we're going to take 2 more prizes in whatever way we can during the game. Whether that be taking 1-shots on 1 prize Pokemon, 2-shotting a GX and EX, whatever the case may be. So, our Pokemon lineup, we're going to play 2 Darkrai-GX. I tried the deck with 4, horrible idea. I tried the deck with 3, still seemed kind of clunky. So I settled on 2. Again, I'm not really sure if that's the right way to go. I completely brewed this list up on my own, and I'm not the best deck builder on my own. I tend to just copy decks that perform well. But 2 seems to be the right number for me. The big thing here is going to be the ability Restoration. Once during your turn before your attack, if this Pokemon's in your discard pile, you can put it onto your bench and then attach a Dark Energy from your discard pile to the Darkrai. That's really good. Energy Acceleration. It synergizes very well with the trade ability on Zoroark by discarding the Darkrai to draw 2 and then Restoration to bring it back onto the bench. Attack-wise, we have Dark Cleave, 2 Dark and a Colorless for 130, and it's not affected by resistance. Ability is kind of but 130, it's a pretty good number. It's 160 with a Choice Band, 170 with Band Reverse Valley, 140 with Fighting Fury Belt. These are all just good numbers. We also have Dead End GX for 2 Dark and a Colorless. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, that Pokemon is knocked out. Now, this synergizes really well with the Nihilego. When she comes into play, she poisons and confuses both active Pokemon. So then you can set up the Dead End. Next, we have 3 Zorua. You can play whichever Zorua you want. I believe there's 3 legal and standard right now. I prefer this one the most. For 1 Dark Energy, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. I like that on the case that I just open very poorly. I can try to confuse their active to where they can't attack next turn. Small chance that works, but there's a small chance it helps take a bad situation to a decent situation, so I prefer this one. We're playing 3 Zoroark-GX, mainly for the trade ability. Once during your turn before your attack, you can discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. Again, it goes very well with Darkrai and his Restoration ability. We can also Righteous Beating for 2 Colorless. Attack does 20 damage times the amount of Pokemon you have in play. This can help us put chip damage on something to where we can come in later and knock it out. Trickster is also very good for a GX attack. For 2 Dark, you can choose one of your opponent's attacks and use it as this attack. So, for example, if they have a Turtonator in the active, you can bring up Zoroark, attach a Choice Band, and use Trickster to copy Bright Flame and hit the Turtonator for 190, and don't have to discard any energy. So, in the right situation, Trickster is also a very good GX attack. We're playing 1 Nihilego-GX for the Empty Light ability only. You play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn. You may leave both active Pokemon confused and poisoned. It goes very well with Darkrai. You drop Nihilego, retreat whatever you have in the active into Darkrai with Choice Band and Reverse Valley. That's 170. The poison makes it 180. It's very good. Even with a belt, you can hit decent numbers. Not great, but decent. But mainly, you can hit that 180, that 170 to 180 mark. That is very good in this format. I'll let you knock out Volcanions, Espeon, EXs, not GXs, Tapu Leles, Drampas, all kinds of stuff. And we are playing 3 Tapu Lele, 1 attack ability. When you put it from your hand onto your bench, you can search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. It's Lele. You gotta play it. The consistency is very good. That's it for the Pokemon. So over to the trainers. We'll just start with the items. We are playing 2 Field Blower. Since our deck is very item reliant, we need to play at least 2, if not 3. 2 seems fine though. Choose up to 2 any combination of Pokemon tool cards and stadiums in play and discard them. Mainly we just need to shut off Garbotoxin more than anything. Also need to get rid of belts so we can set up knockouts and things of that nature. Getting rid of Potowns is also important. Playing 4 Max Elixir. You could cut it to 3. I've just been playing 4. You look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a basic energy there to a basic Pokemon on your bench and then shuffle the rest into the deck. This just helps us set up Darkrai. Theoretically, with the right hand, we can set up a Darkrai in 1 turn because we can Restoration him back with an energy, Max Elixir for an energy, and then attach an energy for a turn and have him completely set up all in 1 turn. So that's why we're playing Max Elixir. Playing a 1/1 Rescue Stretcher Super Rod split. Rescue Stretcher is going to let us put a Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand or shuffle 3 from the discard pile into the deck. This is going to let us get a Zoroark back that we need so we can use the trade ability, whatever. And then the Super Rod is going to let us shuffle in any combination of 3 Pokemon or basic energy into the deck. One of the big things I realized is if the game goes super long, you kind of need to shuffle a few energy back in. So I decided to play Super Rod. Now we are playing 3 Super Scoop Up. Super Scoop Up's mainly there. It's going to allow us to play the Nihilego and then bring up whatever is in the active so we can bring up the Darkrai. I may cut this to 2. I haven't quite decided yet. It does come in nice too with Tapu Lele because you can put the Lele back in your hand and then play it again to search for another supporter. I'm not quite sure where I feel about the number count on this card, but it is definitely necessary to pull off the main idea of the deck. Let's see. I don't think I said what this does. Hopefully I didn't. Flip a coin. If heads, put one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand. So the fact that you also get every card attached to it back is really nice, because if they don't one-shot something, you can just put it all back into your hand, kind of like an Ace Rolla, though it is reliant on a coin flip. So I opted on 1 switch, just to switch my active Pokemon with one of my bench Pokemon, just for those occurrences where I have Nihilego and I need to retreat. So decided to play a switch. And of course, 4 Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards from our hand and search our deck for a Pokemon. We go get whatever we want, so you play it. Let's see. So that's all in the items. We are playing 1 Stadium. We're going to play 2 Reverse Valley. The only side that matters is this bottom side. When that is facing us, our Dark Pokemon do 10 more damage to our opponent's active. That just helps us hit really good numbers that I've talked about in earlier parts of the video that I'm not really going to go back into. So that extra 10 damage can be very crucial. Supporters, we are playing 3 Guzma to switch one of our opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. If we do, we switch our active with one of our bench. So that's going to put us to a point where we can try and pull something up to 2-shot it and at the same time kind of stall, like pulling up a Volcanion that has triple retreat costs and then 2-shotting it. If they don't have the Guzma or Floatstone, then we'll be able to win. So this is a deck that relies very heavily on Guzma. We're playing 4N to, let's see, each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws cards for each remaining prize card, and 4 Sycamore to discard hand and draw 7. These are our 8 draw supporters. Most decks you want to play a little bit more, so you'll see a lot of decks where I'm playing like a 1 of Lily or Hala, or maybe they're playing Skyla just to search for whatever they need. But in this deck, since we have the trade ability, we don't need to play as many draw supporters, so we're just sticking at 4. Tools, we're playing 3 Choice Band to help us hit higher numbers. It's going to do 30 more damage to our opponent's active GX or active EX. Just helps us hit much higher numbers. We're playing 2 Fighting Fury Belt. A basic Pokemon that this card is attached to gets plus 40 HP and it's attacks do 10 more damage. Now this is what we're going to use when we're trying to set up for our 2-shots, and it's going to make us a little bit bulkier and harder to take down, so they can't one-shot us. And 2 Floatstone, again, just another retreat tool, because this Pokemon the card is attached to has no retreat cost. It's just going to help us retreat out and keep pulling up attackers, whether it's with Nihilego's ability, whatever the case may be. Just gives us more retreating options. And 12 Dark Energy. I tried 10, but I kept whiffing like every max elixir, and in the late game I would be running out, so I upped the count to 12. 12 seems to be just about right. sometimes it's a little much, but I'd rather have too much energy as opposed to too little. So I'm going to roll with 12 for now. So anyways, guys, that's it for the deck profile. This is going to be Darkrai-GX, Zoroark-GX in the standard format. And hopefully I'll see you guys here in a little bit in the gameplay video. So if you want to, like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, all that fun jazz. And I'll see you guys soon. Stay jolly.